Hey everybody, JC here, not in Porter, Texas. I am in San Mateo, California with Emmanuel Huna.
Yeah, baby.
And I've also got Alexander Christensen.
Yeah.
And we are going to go do some FSD driving in Northern California today. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to a place called the Black Bear Diner in Danville, California, which is up in the start of the mountain pass. I've got the destination already into the Tesla navigation. I've already told y'all about how all that works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let Emmanuel do the honors by pushing the little blue button.
All right, let's go.
And there we go. Put on the rear view camera. Sometimes it takes a little while, especially since I parked so deep. I'm going to give it a few seconds because sometimes it'll work its way out. I will tell you,
the bins can also confuse.
I think it's the bins and the fact. But there you go. See, sometimes you just got to give it a few seconds.
Yeah.
Now here's the first interesting thing that Alex and I noticed. Well, hold on a second. The back of your Y.
Oh, I can close it.
Okay.
Remotely.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We'll let
It's
you take it.
Tesla, JC.
That's right. I forget. It's magic. It's vaporware.
Yeah, it's alien technology.
Well, actually, that did not just happen because
There you go.
everything
It
that's
just closed.
fake. It's vaporware. You did not make that happen.
Yeah.
But
Dan O'Dowd is gonna throw a little kid.
Yeah,
in
he'll
front
throw
of
a
the
kid.
trunk. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things every single time that Alex and I have come out of your driveway, it goes around, then completely around the cul-de-sac. Yeah. Which is kind of like, that makes sense, I guess, legally and from a safety standpoint, that makes sense. But there were a couple of times where there were kids playing right there at the end of the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wish FSD knew, like, hey, don't go prove a point. We get it. This is the way you're supposed to go, but let's avoid the kids and just pull out, right?
Do a 3-point turn.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and pull it up that way. And I'm also going to lower the temperature a bit.
Okay.
I'm going to, I hate to do this, but it's a GoPro. I call it GoPro temperature.
Yeah. You heat up when it takes a lot of energy and effort, to talk.
Well, and
So we can just relax and he'll do all the talking.
Like the
Alex is like, I'm used to that.
brain uses the most energy in the body, just being dormant. So
All those kilojoules.
yeah, and all those words coming out of your mouth, I bet like that's.
I could
at
power.
least like 80 extra watts.
I could probably get by. They talk about Tesla having cordless chargers, or like what do they call it, wireless chargers. I don't even need that. I could just power it with my mouth and just keep talking. And
You're pretty efficient, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe 2,000 calories a day, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, JC 3.0 will be 1,000 calories.
That's right.
a day.
Whatever Optimus. Well, I'm in the whole Optimus scheme. I'm Optimus 0.000001. But as you well know, Emmanuel, these GoPros can heat up.
Yeah.
Pretty harsh, and when I combine it with normal Texas weather, I'm pretty repetitively having to restart a GoPro. So what'll happen to me, and this is, I'm actually telling the two of you more than the people on the camera, because they already know this. All the folks on YouTube and X, any of y'all that watch my videos, it's pretty common, unfortunately, that sometimes my GoPro will just turn off.
Yeah.
Because it got overheated, and then I give it a minute or two, and then I turn it back on, and then it's good to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Over here, the navigation sees it as a U-turn. And FSD had a really hard time to actually do it. And now, every single time, it's perfect.
Getting on
And
the
so
freeway.
over time, it's like once it fixes something, then that something starts working. And so there's less and less somethings that are not working.
And it's consistent once they do it.
Exactly.
Yeah. The only time it's not consistent is those handful of times where you get a brand new instance and there's been some regression. Yeah. And every once in a while you'll see, but they take care of those pretty quickly because they already know how to fix it.
Yeah.
But that's how a neural net works, right?
Right. That's a .2, .3, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Every instance, .2, .3. All right.
So here, this is Foster City.
Foster City, yep.
Yeah. There's a bunch of other companies here too. And this is what I told you was built on marshland. Like,
Okay.
This was all water,
Okay.
like in the early 60s. And now it's like a whole town, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's incredible, right? I mean,
Yeah.
this is Silicon Valley. I mean, let's look for the purposes of the folks that are going to watch my videos. They're probably not going to understand like Foster City or
Yeah.
So this is Silicon Valley,
Did they
right?
pump out the water or did they just fill it in?
So yeah, they filled it in, and I think some places were like a dump, and and like they just filled it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it was like, half water, half rocks, or half, land that's kind of
Yeah.
very soft.
Yep.
Don't the Model 3 has a armrest back here?
Yeah. Pull it
does.
down.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go.
Pull it down from the
Yeah,
top.
there we go. I should have known that.
I was going to say, like, you are a Model 3 owner.
Yeah, but do I sit in my back of my Model 3?
You will be in 2078
No.
when Sweden gets FSD.
Oh, Sweden, yeah.
If we don't
unless he marries Machine's mom,
That's right.
then you'll have it here.
Or we're just going for any American woman at this point. It doesn't even have to be
If we
Machine's
don't
mom.
get FSD in some version
We're going for anybody's
by
mom.
next year, I will probably
Going for my mom. If I could bring my mother back from the dead, Alexander, I would do it just so she could marry you and keep you here.
Sure.
I know that sounded really bad.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Mom.
that's-
Love you.
That's
I would
already-
not put Alex on you, Mom. I promise.
That's already the line of the day. Just go for anybody's mom.
Just anybody's mom. We just need anybody's mom. So if anybody's got a mom who's a little lonely, doesn't mind not understanding 70% of what her husband's gonna come down.
Oh, this looks like almost like Öresundsbron in the bridge between Sweden and Denmark.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Oh,
reminds
nice.
me of that.
Yeah, this is called. This is the 92 bridge.
Oh, wow.
So there are 4 bridges. You got the Golden Gate.
Yeah.
You got the Bay Bridge that goes between San Francisco and Oakland.
Yeah.
And then this bridge is the 92 bridge that goes between Foster City and Hayward.
Yeah.
And then there's one more bridge here south. You can see it over there. It's a Dumbarton Bridge or 84. And that's another one that allows you to cross.
Nice.
And then you can go all the way south to San Jose and go under the bay to cross as well.
Oh, wow.
So to
Yeah, this is a long bridge.
to commute to the Tesla factory, you can go either way. You can either take this 92 bridge, and then the Tesla factory, you would make a right
Okay.
when you're over the water, and it's about 25 minutes south.
So that was
That
your
way.
commute for 7-8 years, huh?
That's right.
So-
and then the other way is taking 101, depending on traffic, right,
Okay.
and going around. And of course, the Tesla will automatically calculate the traffic and will automatically,
Yeah.
pick the right route, so you don't even have to think about it when you have FSD, right?
Yep, exactly.
You know it. I'm just telling you.
Yep. Alexander, you see a lot of bridges like these in Norway and
No,
Sweden?
no, they don't. Yeah, they have bridges, but they do more tunnels.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So either they build the road up into the mountain and go over it, or they be like, F it, we're just gonna dig right through it, and they do it very well.
Yeah.
So their tunnels can be like several miles long,
Wow.
and they have it's like big tunnels. In some mountains, they even have like roundabouts in the mountains, like roads
Inside
going
the mountain?
Yeah, roads going in different directions inside the mountain.
Wow.
4-way, 4 ways in the mountain you can go.
Well, I guess you got to do that in Norway, right? Because it's so mountainous in certain areas that,
Yeah. And then sometimes you just when you exit the mountain, you have the most gorgeous view, because all of a sudden you haven't noticed it, but you have actually been going up upwards. Because in a tunnel, you don't really see if you're going upwards or downwards. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just a tunnel, right?
Because it takes
But
your...
you can see it by the consumption of the cars. Either
that's a good point.
it's green or it's black. If it's black, you're going upwards. If it's green, you're going downwards.
Because you're getting that regenerative braking.
Exactly.
Giving you.
So
That's
pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a long bridge, Emmanuel. Wow.
Yeah.
Now we're in Alameda County. Alameda County, that's where Oakland resides, right?
Yeah, Oakland is north.
Oakland's north.
Yeah, 15 minutes, 20 minutes north. And then Fremont is south. 15,
Okay.
20, 25 minutes south.
Okay.
And then San Jose is south of Fremont.
South of that, yeah. Cupertino, where is that in relation to everything? Back here?
Cupertino is, back over there.
That's Apple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve Jobs. The infamous YouTube videos of Steve Jobs showing up at the Cupertino City Hall meetings all by himself. Talking. He would literally talk longer at the Cupertino City Hall meetings about some sort of ordinance the grass link than he would to his subordinates at Apple. That was like, if you want to talk to Steve, get on the Cupertino City Council and make a law about the length of the blades of grass. He was an interesting dude. Eclectic.
Yeah, you've got Cupertino, Palo Alto,
Yep.
Mountain View,
Palo Alto,
Google.
Stanford.
Google is in Mountain View. You guys saw that little map with all
Yep.
of the
Yep.
Silicon Valley
That was pretty
companies?
cool. That was pretty cool. Yes, sir. So once we get over the bridge, then we will start heading a little bit north, I believe. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we're going to take 880 north,
Yep,
and then we're going to take 580 east.
yep. And right now, it's still got the same path. We'll see if it reroutes us. I always let Tesla FSD and Tesla Navigation do everything. That's my modus operandi. Because you should be able to just say it or type it in, push the button, and off you go, and let Tesla take care of everything. Little bit of overcast day today, but from what I've seen since I've been here, Emmanuel, is that most of the days in the Silicon Valley and San Francisco, especially San Francisco, and maybe all of NorCal, kind of start off a little, little foggy, a little hazy, and then the sun seems to come out
Yeah.
by midday and burn most of it away.
Yeah. That was true for Mere Woods.
Yeah.
We came there.
That was beautiful,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
but the canopies all covered. It was like shadow everywhere.
Yeah.
Like,
Gorgeous.
there's nothing getting through that.
No, nope, nothing. So a lot of stuff can actually, certain things can grow quite a bit because they're given that cover. Yeah, that was gorgeous. Got a Tesla brand new Model 3 in front of us. I think that's the
It's on
That's
FSD
the gray.
as well.
It's on FSD, I believe. They must not be on hurry mode like us. They must be on standard mode. So yeah, so the table set. Currently, I am on hurry mode as we head towards Danville, California. And I'll just say, I'll call that the staging area. Yeah, you're right. Look at them. They're definitely on it. Good for you, girl. Good for you.
Yeah, just relaxing, just enjoying the ride.
Supervising.
Yeah, don't have to worry about anything.
That's right.
Yeah, it's the way to go.
That's right. Making our way over to the rightmost lane. We're going to take an exit here in a second. Towards Oakland, Oaktown. So while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and go into chill just for interchanges. Since I don't know the area and we're enjoying the ride, and my viewers, they already know this. What I like to do is I am in the hurry mode the vast majority of the time. The times that I will go to either standard mode or chill mode is if I'm in dense urban highway traffic, I'll probably put it into standard. Just seems to be more enjoyable in standard for that. And when you know that there's interchanges that need to be taken, I'll go into standard or chill for that.
HEC, do
yes,
you know
sir.
what I thought about?
What's that?
Maybe the sexy buttons actually work to change modes. So you can have like just buttons you can press if you're going to go to chill.
Yeah, it's actually pretty easy on the, you can do the scroll. I've just gotten so used to using the UI screen. At this point, I'm hoping that Tesla takes that and makes it irrelevant for people to want to change. They just know that the AI does the,
but maybe you don't want, like, I think that should still have that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do it, I don't really care for me personally, but you're right. If a person has a preference for doing a sexy button versus, you're absolutely right, Alexander. I think you can do a sexy button for just about anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and Alex brings up a great point. You can actually, on the scroll wheel up here, go back, just do it back and forth, and you can go between hurry, chill, and standard. But as you saw right there, I've gotten so, and it is, Alexander's absolutely right. I have to do 3 clicks or 4 clicks. So that's not one. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I do 4 clicks instead of 1. So Alex is actually absolutely right. The scroll wheel or the sexy button is the way to go on that. I just haven't, I don't know. It's funny. Here, this will tell you why I haven't done it. The only time I even think about that is when somebody's like, why don't you do it on the scroll wheel or sexy button? I'm like, oh, that's an interesting idea.
Did you see what that car just did? No. Okay, so
tell us what it did. Because I was busy responding to you.
Like, immediately swerved in front of us because he figured out, I need to get out of here. FSD reacted immediately and kind of didn't slam on the brakes, just stopped a bit smoother and corrected for that. Like, it noticed it immediately. Like a human, even if I was driving and we were talking, my reaction time would be much slower just due to that fact. As
mine would be, because I was busy listening to myself talk, responding to you, and I wasn't oblivious. Obviously, I saw it. I had my head, but you're right, Alexander. I wasn't really paying full attention to that vehicle because of the fact that I was doing a very human thing, right? I was having a conversation with an individual in my car, which by default, just scientifically, is going to make you not 100% concentrated on everything around you. FSD alleviates that, right? FSD took care of that for me. And that's quite frankly how a lot of accidents probably happen, is that people are having conversations in the vehicle. Maybe it gets animated, maybe you think, it's a great conversation, and you lose your concentration, right? Anyway, Emmanuel, you were about to say something?
I don't know if you guys saw, but there was a sign there about the fast flex, the diamond lane. So the freeways here around the Bay Area, they have a diamond lane.
Okay.
And most freeways, it's two to three people. It'll be free, and they charge a certain amount of money depending on the hour of the day and depending on where you are. So that sign over there said, to get to one exit, it was $1, right? So if you're alone and you go on the diamond lane, you're paying $1. If you go over in Palo Alto, Mountain View right now during commute hours, one exit can be $17.
Whoa.
What?
Yeah. Now,
just to exit a freeway.
Yeah, one exit. So it depends on how long you go, right? But how far you go, right? So, and it depends what time of the day as well, right? and it depends where you are.
I mean, they're just emptying your pockets at this point. I mean, between state tax and federal and state, you got the state tax.
Now,
and
for a long time though, if you got an EV, like a Tesla, you get these stickers that you can put on the car, and you get a little transponder, a special transponder, and then you can drive alone. And a few years ago, you could drive alone; it was free, and now it's 50% off. It's still a pretty good deal.
Still a good, well,
yeah.
I mean,
And
I did $17.
I did years of commuting where you're on the diamond lane and it's bumper to bumper, and you're just passing everybody on an EV. And that's an example where California, was putting in incentives to allow people to buy EVs. It's one more incentive to get an EV, like Norway does and other countries in Europe, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge incentive. If I'm stuck in bumper to bumper and I'm not going anywhere and I'm hating my life, I'm screaming at everybody around me, and then I see some dude in a Tesla just go 85 miles past me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a second, why does he get to do that? Well, he's driving.
Look, Tesla.
Yeah. Yep. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3. Man, you don't see that back in Porter, Texas.
You see that in Norway, though?
Yes. Well, you see even more in Norway, right?
No, this is a pretty accurate representation how it looks on roads in Norway. But there's more EVs in general there.
Right, yeah. So
you wouldn't see all these other cars not being EV. They will be EV as well.
Yep. That's a good point.
Like another one.
Yeah, another one.
And so now there are so many that they are rolling back this program where you can drive alone in Diamond Lane.
Which makes sense.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what the incentives are structured for, right? Is to get you to get your city or location or state to a certain amount to where there's that line of demarcation, right?
Yep.
And then at that point, you don't need the carrot anymore.
So you're in chill. Do you want to stay in chill, or do you want to go to?
Well, I was gonna that's a good point. I was gonna see how long we're gonna. So let's go back to hurry mode.
Because if you stay in chill,
using the scroll wheel.
Yeah, we're
scroll wheel. Just press it.
I know. Yep, I know. I'd go. I've said this before. I just like doing that.
You get a pass now, Emmanuel, but if you went on a road trip with JC and told him what to do a couple of times, then you were getting it.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
I'm not telling him. I'm just making fun of him. That's all.
No.
Listen, Boomer, you can press.
Yeah, exactly. There's an easier way to do this. No, y'all are absolutely right.
So what Norway did, actually, they removed all taxes on EVs. So there's no sales tax. As far as I understand it, there's no. If I look at the price of a Tesla in Norway, there's no sales tax on an EV.
Wow.
That's
really a huge savings.
Yeah. That's huge,
Yeah, it's...
Because here in, I don't know about California, in Texas, I can't remember the exact percent, I think it's 8.625%.
Can you imagine, there's like this, you buy a Tesla cheaper in Norway than you can do in the US, the homeland of Tesla?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yep.
So...
Yep.
Yeah. There's no question mark why EVs are doing that good in Norway. It's like it makes no sense to buy something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously the three of us agree. It's how do we get the other 91% of the 340 plus million Americans to not agree with it, to even know that it's we're having a debate about something that 91% of America doesn't even know there's a debate going on.
That it even exists.
Right, like we're talking about why don't they do it? Why do they hate EVs so much? Why don't they know how much better Tesla is? And I'm like, they don't know you exist. They don't know you're even having a debate about them, right? So it's an awareness thing. You know, it's not we don't have a brand damage or a brand marketing it. We have a brand awareness thing going on right now.
Well, there will be a couple of years now before there will be any federal incentive, I guess, again.
Oh, well, yeah, you're not going to get any federal incentive right now. But quite honestly, it's just got to be, I think Elon is doing exactly what you got to do for the United States of America. He is going to go he went from the top down, and he's tried the top down, and the top down, the early adopters from the top down, which are us, went hard in the paint for him. The bad part of the top down are out there with little Nazi inflatable fuck me dolls that they use in their mom's basement, and then they clean out all the holes and then take it out there in front of the diner and do the thing. So you got those guys. So that's the other part of the bubble right there. Those are all very, very, very rich, purple-haired white kids and people with nose rings and everything. I always tell people, if you ever use the word swastika or say that Elon is a Nazi, my response is, tell me you're white without telling me you're white. And every person who's not laughs at that joke, and everyone is white doesn't. so that's all I need to know.
Kilometers here. They use kilometers on that sign. Did you see that?
I did not.
They had miles and kilometers. I'm right like home. Just like home. So,
but
how retarded do you have to be to stand out the Tesla diner with some Nazi dolls, like protesting against a guy that like assembles teams that does way better, way more for the world in a single hour or a single day than those protesters does in their entire lifetime?
Yeah.
Like,
in fact,
how retarded do you have to be to do that?
Obviously, very, very retarded. And not just, let's forget about Tesla, it's Neuralink. The things that we're seeing on X about these kids that are able to do things that they've haven't been able to do in years, like talk to their mom. That guy's Hitler? Seriously, that guy, it's just, anyway, I probably took that off on a team. I just get my blood boils when I see that shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean when that assembles teams that does this.
Yeah.
Like, there's not just one thing. There's like multiple things he's doing.
Yeah. So that's the other part of the bubble. But the 91% of America, here's the good and the bad. The other 91% of America that's just blue collar, hard working, spending anywhere from 25% to, in some cases, 50 to 60% of their disposable income on transportation. They're trying to raise a family. They're trying to make ends meet. Here's the good part about them. They look at those damn blow-up dolls and they think, good God, white people have way too much time on their hands. On the other side, they're with us. They love. This is what I've seen in the back of my Tesla. That sounded bad. This is what from Uber driving, is that they love what Elon's doing. They love what they like seeing America build in America, because they know that's good for them. Here's the bad part, is a lot of them have absolutely no awareness that this exists until they get into the back of my Tesla. Not one iota. It's not their fault, right? And then the ones that have heard about it and are aware have been susceptible to the FUD, right? So, and when I talk about FUD, I'm talking about the old school FUD, right? That, that you got to charge. How long do you got to spend at a charger? I heard it's like an hour and a half. Or how many times you got to charge on a 1,000-mile trip? And, and so I don't get mad at that. I mean, that's our fault. Right? That we let that happen. That we let that FUD linger that damn long. So, anywho, we got a lot of work to do, fellas. We got a lot of work to do. And we cannot be angry at that 91%. I mean, we spend so much time fighting the bad part of the 9%. You know what I mean? That's where we spend all of our effort on. We get in these spaces and we battle. You know, there's 5% of us that, you know, nope. And then there's that other counterpart.
Yeah.
But we're
I
both
was just
bubbles.
fighting the FUD on Reddit.
Oh, there you go. And see, now I'm with you. I'm in there. I battle with you.
Yeah.
But let's be honest with ourselves. Do you think the 90% of America getting up this morning, blue collar, hard working American folks with 2 kids, they're not trying to get them to school today, but trying to get them to daycare, trying to make ends meet.
They're not on Reddit.
Figuring out how. They're not on Reddit. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not on X even.
Yeah.
They may scroll X to get some news, but they're not on the Tesla part of X, right? So we're fighting we're spending the vast majority of our time fighting irrelevant, people because they talk our language, right? And it gets the blood boiling. But the 91% of America that's not even aware of this stuff, we spend so little time on them.
They are in the spaces where we hang out.
Well, that's why I Uber.
That's literally the spaces too.
Yeah, it's literally the spaces.
Yeah, that's why I Uber. Yeah.
And it's hard. I mean, it's one person at a time. I don't know what the answer is. People say advertising. I don't know. I'm not an expert on any of that.
Well, do you think that autonomy, once people start seeing that you can sleep in your car, you can watch Netflix, you can play video games, you can get some work done while your car, takes you to work or takes you anywhere you want?
Absolutely. I can go beyond that, because that right there is going to bring in quite a lot of people, Emmanuel, but it's still a small segment, because you're talking about people that can afford a car. You're talking about people that don't spend 40, 50, 60% of their disposable income on transportation every day.
Your Uber glittered friends.
That's right. Well, it goes beyond. It's the glitter crowd. It's the maids, the housekeeper, the folks that do housekeeping at the hotels, the folks that are going to serve our breakfast later this morning, the folks that are going to clean up our table, the folks that are going to check us in and check us out.
Right.
All of the service workers all around the town. A lot of them, that's their main form of transportation. So I think the cyber cab is going to be the most influential thing coming out of Tesla in the next couple of years.
And the robotaxi network in general.
Yeah.
The cybercab for 1 or 2 people, the Y and the 3 and the other cars for
the whole network.
Yeah.
That's right. I think the cybercab in particular, though, Emmanuel, and I think the reason why is because it's just going to be so much of a better experience for that young lady by herself, because a lot of my Uber passengers are young ladies, just like what I told, not just hard-working, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth people. Maybe they don't speak English very well, or at all, and they're by themselves. Man, a cyber cab will fit that market perfectly, right? Because she's not going to have to worry about a dude, first of all, like all ladies have to worry about. She's not going to have language issues, because the car's going to be able to talk to her through Grok in her language. And there's going to be so many more cyber cabs than this Tesla, because this Tesla is still going to cost more to manufacture than a cyber cab, right? Cyber cabs, eventually, they're going to probably get the manufacturing cost down to $10,000 to $15,000, right?
Yeah.
At a certain point. Well, they're never going to get this down, a personal car, because they have to put other stuff into it to ameliorate a person that's, as long as they're still manufacturing Ys and 3s, right? Who knows how much longer? Once you have cyber cabs, I'm assuming we will. Like, people will want to drive every once in a while, but that's going to cost money. This steering column and all of the stuff that's in the Tesla to support the steering column, the pedals and everything in the Tesla to support the pedals. And then this car, here's the other thing. My car is completely structured around me, the driver. Like, the two of y'all are an afterthought right now. to this car, right? Am I correct? I mean, everything in here is structured around me. What a game changer that we flipped that on its head, and everything about the vehicle is structured around the passenger and their experience. And that actually, it's a better experience, and it costs less money, a lot less money. And so right now, Waymo, who I love to death, I love them because, you know why I love Waymo? Because they're out there trying to save lives. And if you're out there using autonomy to save lives, which they have done, I have nothing but love for you. I can disagree with your tech approach. I can disagree with your network approach. Like, I don't like the way they are used in Austin. They have to go through the Uber app, and I'm not going to go into all of that for this drive, but yeah, it's confusing to people, and people get pissed. But anyway, I do give nothing but love to the folks at Waymo. But one of the issues I have for them is that they're continuing to purchase cars from other legacy manufacturers that are focused around a driver. Like, even the cars they're getting now, like obviously the Jaguar I-Paces, that is built to a driver. So yeah, you're getting into the back of that Jaguar I-Pace, but it's pretty clear when you get in the back, that thing was not built for you. That thing was originally built for a driver who doesn't exist anymore, right? And the vehicles they're getting now, what is it, the Geely or yeah, those cars are still being focused on. So the Cybercab,
The Seeker, you mean?
Yeah,
That
Seeker.
boxy car?
Yeah.
So the Chinese.
So the Cybercab, that is one of the ways it is so revolutionary. It has turned that equation on its head, and it's so beautiful because not only do you give a passenger a better experience, the best experience, but you drive cost out while doing it, because the Jaguar I-Paces probably still have $20,000 to $30,000 of equipment in the front, right? All the stuff that's just focused on a driver that doesn't exist anymore. And you can't strip it all out because you screw up everything else, because you're messing with the, anytime you take something out and it's not in manufacturing, you're going to screw something up. Something's going to get screwed up. So, yeah, I'm with you, Emmanuel, that ultimately, when we talk about the 90% that aren't aware yet, I'll tell you what will make them aware. Hey, you're spending $25 to go from your home to work. How about you getting this Cybercab or early on this Model Y, spend $10, be in a much better vehicle, have a great experience. I'm gonna tell you what, I've had a lot of those.
420 right now, right?
690.
690.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Exactly. But you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, it's going to be less.
It's going to be less.
And they're going to do it because they're price sensitive. They could care less. They're not tied to any brand. They don't care whether it's Uber or Lyft. They just want it to be safe, efficient, and as cheap as they can possibly get it. And in certain cases, there's a smaller subset of people that do want comfort, that do want to ride in something, more comfortable. And then there's a cyber truck for them, or a Model X or a Model S, that you can have some luxury and comfort and haul things. So, but make no mistake about it, I love all those vehicles. I'm in a Model 3 right now, and I love my Model 3. I love the Cybertruck and everything it's about. The Model X with the Falcon wings, all that stuff. But the Cybercab has my heart, because I know that is the vehicle that's going to be the silver bullet that ends the death and misery on our roads, both in the United States and around the world, because you can mass manufacture those things in the multiples of millions, and people don't have to buy them. They can just use them. You don't have to ask somebody to make a capital purchase of something, because some people can't do that. A lot of people can't do that. And I think people in our bubble and in Tesla Q's bubble have no freaking clue how hard many, many Americans have it right now. I do. and I want to get a cyber cab out on the damn road and lower that young lady's transportation cost so she can spend that on her babies instead of Uber.
If you don't mind, let me talk a little bit about the numbers. So 40,000 people die every year in the US alone in traffic accidents. That's over 120 people per day.
Yeah.
7 of them, they just hit a tree with no other car involved, right? Cybercab and any of the Tesla vehicles in the robotaxi network, they don't drink and drive. They're not distracted looking at their phone and texting. They don't get into road rage accidents.
Yeah.
So that's a huge chunk right there. But and that's only in the US. Around the world, 1 million people die every year.
Yep.
So millions of lives are going to be saved.
That's right.
once we have full autonomy and we have the robotaxi network.
Absolutely. Very well said, Emmanuel. Very well said. Tesla FSD is already saving lives, but we're nickeling and diming it right now with supervised FSD, right? What we want to do, what you're talking about, Emmanuel, is forget the nickel and dimes. Let's get that silver bullet and let's just eradicate it.
Yeah, and of course it won't be overnight. It's a process, and it's gonna take.
But it's gonna be slow, and then all of a sudden,
like an S curve. In manufacturing.
That's right. Okay, is it in here? Black Bear. Oh, there it is. Black Bear Diner. Okay, that knew better than I did. There we go. Let's see how it does in the parking lot. Is it going to try to park us? Yes, it is. Not the greatest parking job. In fact, it's
because this is just icing on the cake. They haven't actually trained the model to park. It's just right. But eventually it will be just perfect, like auto park.
It parks like a BMW owner. Yeah. So.
All right. Well, we made it to the Black Bear Diner. We're going to go in and get something to eat. And then we'll be back in a little while. Well, to you, we'll be back in a second. Bye.